Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove. Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
It's a beautiful morning for baseball at Lakewood High School, the home of the Rangers, one of the best teams this past season in OHSAA Division II baseball. But today, 2 pool play games, 2 semifinals, and a championship. We hand out our first piece of silverware of the season as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Game 1 today, 2 teams currently undefeated. 1 team in the tournament already for the Final Four, the Ohio Mavericks. On the other end, AMP fighting for their tournament lives at 2-0-1. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning. It is a little warm out with the sun. I will give them that. The turf does not help either. But when you look at yesterday, the wind and the storms, this is going to be peak baseball weather over the next couple of months. And 2 good teams doing battle today. Arguably the 2 best right now in the 15U division of the Diamond League Tournament. AMP, one of the stories of the past couple of seasons, finding some rhythm last year, making a deep run in a few tournaments, including the OPL tournament. Then the Ohio Mavericks, no matter the age group last year, dominance in pool play. 3-0 right now, a chance to go 4-0 and take the number 1 overall seed to play later on today in the semifinals, and then from there, the championship game. On the mound today for AMP, we're going to say this one a few times today, so get used to it. A player from Crestwood High School out in Manawa. A lot of players, I believe a total of 4 playing today from Crestwood. It is going to be Mason Griffa getting the nod in game number 1 of the day for AMP. As for the Mavericks, it'll be Sega, Buell, and Bohannon 1-2-3 leading it off here. We noted it yesterday in the one game. We do have extra hitters allowed in this format. Today, both teams will be batting 11. Time locally, 9 a.m. on the dot. Griffa is ready to go, and so are we, as his first pitch will miss for ball 1. We are off to the races. 5 games all in a row begin here. The breeze is going to be really helpful today for these players, especially the one playing 3 games. If you don't manage this heat right, especially coming off of high school where a lot of the games were cold, you are going to have some big struggles early on. But a 2-0 count to get it going for Max Sager, the freshman out of Mayfield High School. And there's the first strike of the day for Griffa. Looking at his freshman season at Crestwood High School, batted a .182, but on the mound, 10 1/3 innings work with a 3.39 ERA in 5 appearances. Not too shabby for the freshman and a group that, yes, had some struggles, but had a lot of underclassmen get some good game time. Going forward, the Red Devils look to have a couple of good seasons with this young core. As things stand, a 3-1 count on Sega with Buell in the on-deck circle for the Mavs. 3-0 so far with some really convincing wins along the way. And a late strike call at the top of the zone. Griffa just hits it and we are full. A big moment here for not only Sega but also Griffa. Full count 3-2. The payoff pitch, Sega gets a good piece of it, sending it into shallow left center. And it is just going to be caught by the shortstop at the edge of the grass for out number 1. A nice job by Rocco Abate traveling back to make the play. Considering how that at-bat started, a really good response from Griffa. Down 2-0 early, had to battle back in, got some good calls on the corners going top and inside. If he can work around the perimeter today effectively, that can really help out this defense to get out of some really tough situations against one of the best offenses they will face this tournament. And I would say with it this season. That one, though, well too far inside, and it'll be a hard 90 on Burrell. The Mavs will have their first base runner of the day with 1 down, and that'll bring in Cade Bohannon, the third baseman. Bohannon, a freshman out of Aurora High School. A lot of Division II organizations represented on this Mavs roster. Going down the list for each player, Mayfield, Gilmore, Mayfield again, Gilmore again, Twinsburg twice, Shaker, US, Beechwood, Twinsburg, Cleveland Heights, Twinsburg, and Aurora. A lot of good Division II and, in some cases, Division III and 1 outfits being represented. A 1 count here on Bohannon with a runner at first. The Mavs looking to do some early damage here as Bohannon flies that one foul. Good cut so far from the Mavericks. We saw it yesterday. The key to victory in a tournament like this, being aggressive. If you wait for the opponent to take the attack to you, odds are it's too late in the game. Right now for the Mavericks, early on, jump out on a fastball and take it the other way. Or in this case, just be patient. Especially with a 2-strike count. We saw some great 2-strike approaches yesterday. You're not looking for gap doubles. You're looking for base hits that get through the infield and trickle into the outfield. Count on 2-2. Griffa again misses out wide. In the on-deck circle after Bohannon, it goes to Grayer Sweeney, the catcher. Sweeney out of Twinsburg High School. Deuces the count on Bohannon. Griffa sets and delivers and gets the swing and miss for out number 2. Blew that one right by, attacking the lower portion of the strike zone. An excellent response for Griffa after the hard 90. And now that'll bring in the catcher, Grayer Sweeney. And before he can step in, here comes the pit crew taking away the shin guards. As a former catcher, that was one of the more difficult things when you're on deck with 1 out. Double play, you're out of the inning, you're going to catch, you have to keep the shin guards on. If you step in, you have to take everything off and then right away go and get everything right back on. It's always a battle of what you do to make it happen. Weak chopper, a tough play to make from behind the plate. The throw to 1 is on the money and the inning is over. An excellent play from Dillon coming out behind the dish to make the play at 1. 1 runner gets on via the hard 90, but no other damage done by the Mavericks. To the bottom of the first inning we go. It'll be Abate, Washington, and Griffa due up when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. AMP's defense shows a lot of grit and determination at the top of the first inning, only allowing one runner on. Now it's time for their offense to kick it into high gear. Bottom of the first inning, no score. As you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this morning live from Lakewood High School. It is Rocco Abate, the shortstop, leading it off here for AMP. And the first pitch of the day is going to miss wide for ball one via Brady Winbrandt. Winbrandt, a freshman, plays his high school ball for University School, a really good team in Division III who ended up bowing out in the regional championship game 6-5 at the hands of Padua Franciscan. Of course, U.S. and Padua did battle last year at Hudson in the regional semifinal. U.S. getting the better of the Bruins in 8 innings. Padua able to respond and return the favor at Crusher Stadium earlier on this week. The 2-0, sharp grounder off towards third. The long throw across the diamond from Bohannon is going to not be in time. He dropped it and came off the bag as well at the end of it. So it's a leadoff infield single for Abate. Just a long ranging throw from Bohannon. Couldn't get it there quick enough. And with the leadoff man aboard, that'll bring up Max Washington, the center fielder. The sophomore plays his high school ball for Nordonia. One of the good suburban league schools represented on the roster today. Be interesting to see how aggressive this AMP group wants to be running the bases today. The bunt is going to be shown, and the bunt is down. The play of one is there. That's the right move from Winbrandt. Momentum taking him completely that way. That's your only move. You can get the outs at first. Yes, the lead runner moves up. You have the out. That's what matters. You need to rack up the outs opposed to making the right play earlier on, which the right play in that case, going to second, was really not possible. So after the pitcher ground out, that'll bring up Mason Griffith, the starting pitcher for AMP. So one on at second, one down as there is strike one. Griffith last season for Crestwood batted a .182. But once again, that Crestwood team, they are building something special and will be good over the next couple of seasons. They just need a little bit of time to figure some things out. The 0-1 well inside, backs out Griffith. So far this tournament, the Mavericks 3-0, a 9-3 win over Force Ohio, who we'll see next. The Diamond Boys 5-2, who we'll also see next. And in between those, the Diamond Boys Shade beating them 4-1. So really no blowout game in their list quite yet. The 1-1 misses in the dirt. It's really surprising to see the number one team in the tournament really not have that defining win, that really big blowout. We saw Release Edwards put up 21 runs, I believe it was yesterday. Those big games happen. Right now for the Mavericks, their bread and butter is keeping the game close and pulling away at the right time. And to their credit, they have done that quite well so far, but they still have a long road ahead to win this championship if they are to do so. The 2-1. Griffith takes strike to the back pick. Down to second is not there, and it will go to center field. Good backup from the center fielder, Schaefer, to avoid any movement from the runner. But that's one of those plays that you have to at least knock down the ball. Free passes in what looks to be a preview of the playoffs. It's not going to be good. Especially early on in the game. One little miscue can change the fate of the rest of the game. And it wasn't even a miscue yesterday, but the Midwest Stars failing to score with the bases loaded, none down. That was their undoing. The 2-2, Griffa, a good take off the plate, and we are full. Especially with the time limit in mind, which right now we're moving relatively quickly, 11 minutes or so into the ball game. But from the actual start time around 14-15, in the end, a mistake like that, it can come back to bite you. The payoff pitch, Griffa puts this one over towards the pitcher's mound, and there is no play to make. It just squibs past the pitcher and goes over towards short, and that'll put 2 runners on, 1 at the corners, and that'll bring in Holden Hendrick, the first baseman. Those are the little things that are going to come back and bite this team going forward. But for Hedrick, this is a prime opportunity to put AMP on the board with 1 down. And Griffith will have a courtesy run and Max Washington step in. Once again, both teams batting 11, so really no substitutes available today. So it'll be the typical last batter out goes in to run. A big spot for the lefty first baseman, though, here. Winbrand deals, and it's going to bounce off the catcher's glove. The runner takes off for home. The play at the plate is not there. In the meantime, Washington's cruising for third, and they will get him there. It is a story of 2 endings. One, not desired at third, but the one that matters at home, the desired outcome for AMP. They strike first. It's aggressive base running at its finest. It does clear the bases. Of course, you want to keep that runner on. Maybe next time you hold them up at second base. But I don't hate them trying it. I think it was a good relay, though, behind the plate from Sweeney to even make a play happen over at third. But in the meantime, this ball is crushed deep to right field. But it will be tracked down and caught to retire the side. An excellent job by Lappin, the freshman out of Beechwood, to track it down just in front of the warning track. But with some trickery, AMP strikes first. Through 1 at Lakewood. It's the home team up 1-0 on the Mavs. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. It's Lucas Braddock leading it off for the Ohio Mavericks in the top of the second inning. 1-0 your score. AMP taking advantage of a pass ball as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Braddock a quick swing but foul off towards the third base dugout. After Braddock, it goes to Keaton Robinson and Ryan Sweeney this inning for the Mavs. It'll be their 5 through 7 hitters. AMP doing the little things right, though, so far. But they need to keep it up for longer than just one inning. We saw that yesterday in game number 1. It was a game where, through one, you would think Premier Santoro was going to walk out of there with a win. In the end, losing 12-4 and now having 22 runs allowed in 2 games of the tournament in the 18U pod. The 1-1, a heavy swing and a miss. If Griffin can get those kind of chases from here on out, he is going to have a lot of success in game number 1 of the day for AMP. And he has to understand this is game number 1 of, if everything goes right, 3. Don't overexert yourself here. The 1-2 runs inside and connects. Perfect placement from Mason Griffa. It's 1 up, 1 down. And that'll be his second strikeout of the afternoon so far. That was perfectly placed, though. Just run it inside and hope for the best. This Ohio Mavericks team, they have made some plays. They can swing the bats. But right now, a little more hesitant to do so. This is where you will get those looking Ks. And does the same thing with the off-speed, breaks it in. Now, I usually don't advise a pitcher to just continue throwing breaking balls or off-speed. Maybe you do it until they swing or until they show you that they can actually do something with it. That time, Robinson fouls it off, and it's 0-2. And if I'm Griffa, I'm telling my catcher, be ready in the dirt. Just looking at the situation, Dylan has been good so far today behind the plate. Break it low, see if you get the chase, especially with his open stance. And he does just that, and it's fouled away. A good adjustment there from Robinson. Sometimes you have the right idea up here in the box, sometimes you don't, but in the games that I caught, now I wouldn't bet on myself to make the block behind the plate most times, but now up here, with better players on the field, yes, I would bet on them to make that block and maybe do it again. This time, they hang it high, and Robinson will take it into left center field, and it will fall. An excellent 2-out approach from Keaton Robinson, and it's a 1-out base knock for the Mavericks. Once again, this whole entire tournament, I have been so impressed with the 2-strike approach from every team that we've seen. A lot of great swings. They're not trying to do anything crazy. It's either a simple hard-hit grounder that gets into the outfield or a simple line drive that falls. Keaton Robinson, a prime example of it, and that'll set up Ryan Sweeney, the shortstop, here now. Griffa gets back to work, and this one is laced down the right field line and into the corner for extra bases. Perfect placement from Ryan Sweeney. Keaton Robinson, he will touch third and head home. There is no play at the plate. There is no at third, but it's not in time. It's an RBI triple for Ryan Sweeney. It is now 1-1. One swing of the bat changes the game. The Mavericks bats have come alive in the top of the second inning. That ball was absolutely roped into the corner. That's one of the toughest spots in the ballpark to hit, but if you get it there, that ball is going to travel on the carpet, and it is going to go and get stuck in the corner. The Mavericks, just like that, 90 feet away from taking their first lead of the day. But the good times for now will take a damper as there is the swing and miss from Schaefer. But what a response from the Mavericks. 3-0 for a reason this season. A very resilient bunch. And that time, Griffa able to reconnect with the outer half. 0-2 count here. Runner at third. We've already seen an aggressive play at the plate. If I'm Griffa, elevate it. Try to get the chase. Here is the 0-2. Brings it over the plate and gets the swing and miss. His second punch out of the inning, third of the day. 2 down now in the top of the second. This defense needed a statement like that to still show they have control of the game. If you show weakness against a team like the Ohio Mavericks, they're going to make you pay more times than you really can count. And for one of the first times today, Griffa misses on the inner portion of the plate. Still a big spot for the Mavericks, 90 feet away from taking their first lead of their final pool play game of the tournament. Griffa's 1-0, hangs high and stays there. In the on-deck circle, it goes to Elliot Lappin in the 10 spot. 2-0 count here as Griffa sets and delivers high for ball 3. Dominic Delgoy, the EH, stepping in for the first time today, a freshman out of Mayfield High School. Again, a lot of East Side players on this Ohio Mavericks roster. Griffa trying to battle back in. The 3-0 is swung on and driven over towards second on the crown, and the inning is over. They give the green light on the 3-0 count, and AMP is able to make the play via Woods at second. But Ryan Sweeney, the biggest swing that we have seen today, an RBI triple into the right field corner. Middle of 2 at Lakewood. Honors even 1-1 between these two 15U juggernauts.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Aiden Solomon leads it off for AMP in the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 your score. 1 run for AMP, crafty base running. 1 run for the Mavericks, crafty hitting. The power of the Ohio Mavericks, not just this year, but also last year, in seeing that higher age group, it's impressive. And as of right now, we're going to see the Mavs again tomorrow. That 18U team, of course, headlined by Shaker's own Casey Robinson. More on him tomorrow as the Ranger fans, I'm sure, remember what he did to them in the district or the regional semis. Still just a really crazy OHSAA baseball season. A lot of still quality teams playing from around the area. It's impressive just to see that this season has gone the way it has. But a 1-1 count here on Solomon. After Solomon, it goes to Dillon, the catcher, and Woods, the second baseman, who ended the top of the second inning with a putouts. The 1-1 will just miss. Really good spot, though, from Winbrand, trying to attack the outer portion. It looks to be a battle of opposite directions, east versus west. Griffa working inside, while we're going to see Winbrand, I would assume, at least continue to try and work the outer half. And he will get this one down the middle for strike 2. A really tough spot, though, for Winbrand. You don't want to give this AMP team anything that they could take. We've seen the two-strike approach of the Mavericks today on display, but not too much in the department of AMP. That time, it's simple. Just duck and get out of the way. Full count 3-2 on Solomon. The sophomore at Twinsburg High School on JV this year batted .320. A really good sophomore campaign for the Tigers. The payoff pitch, he will chop it weakly off towards third. It's going to be a tough play across the diamond. The throw to one is not in time. Solomon will beat it out and have the infield single. The third base hit of the day out of 5 at-bats for AMP. Their offense has been putting the pieces together quite well so far. That was always going to be a tough throw for Bohannon, and just hit to the deepest spot over at third base. To make that play, he would have needed Solomon to be a little bit slower. But the leadoff man is aboard for AMP, now setting up Paxton Dillon. And Dillon will slice this one over towards short. There's 6, there's 4, and there is 3. The Mavericks respond with a double play. 2 down. A resilient group. I've said it a couple of times, and really for the first time today defensively, they show why they're resilient. You give up that really tough infield single, but immediately you make up for it. AMP getting aggressive, but that plays perfectly into the Mavericks' hands. And with that, the bases are now cleared, and there is strike one on Woods. This half inning has completely changed from leadoff man on to nothing to show for it right now. Mason Woods wearing number 1, a freshman out of Walsh Jesuit High School. The 0-1 taken for strike 2. In the top of the third for the Mavericks, we will see Lappin, Elliott, and Sega 10, 11, and 1 due up. Wimbrand still looking for his first strikeout of the day, but a prime opportunity here to get it done. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it will skip in. Sweeney does well to get a piece of it to try and knock it down. Once again, this is game number 105 today from Lakewood High School. Up next, it is Force Ohio versus the Diamond Boys Showcase. And then after that, 2 semifinals and a championship game starting at 6. Got now 1-2 Wimbrand to get out of the inning. He does. Gets the K looking his first of the day. The side is retired. Pseudo-Lee in order via the double play. But the job is done nonetheless by Brady Wimbrand and the defense of the Mavericks. That double play tells the story. The Mavs gaining momentum. To the third we go. Honors even at 1 at Lakewood High School.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back to the action, not really a team that we cover all too often, but they are from Stark County, so we do have to give them their flowers. Hey, congratulations goes out to the Louisville Leopards softball team, the number 18 seed, the lower seed for every single game they played in the OHSAA tournament, bowed out as the runner-up in Division III, losing 10-1 last night to Bloom Carroll in the state championship game. But congrats to Louisville. A great story all the way around. They had to have a coach sub in for the Final Four and everything. But they made that run magical, starting as the 18th seed. They didn't play like it and made their first state championship game since 2019, when, of course, they won it all. But back to the action here. 0-1 count to get things going in the top of the third for Elliott Lappin, the right fielder. Griffa sets and delivers, breaking it in as it is fouled away. 10, 11, and 1 due up this inning for the Mavericks. Once again, the last half inning, we saw this offense. An RBI triple roped into right field. Just perfectly placed in the corner by Ryan Sweeney. But still more work to do for both teams. Griffa's 0-2 skips in. You look at this game for AMP. If you lose, you're kind of at the mercy of some other teams to do the same, especially the North Coast Rebels. If they win their morning game, they would be 3-1. Odds are they would make their way into the tournament pod. Win here, though, they're most likely in. The 1-2 is driven deep to left, and it is going to be tracked down and caught by the center fielder. A nice grab for out number 1. That's how you get it done. 1 up, 1 down to get it going for the AMP defense. Abramovich able to be called off by Washington. Good communication, though, out in left center. And with 1 down, that'll bring in Ryan Elliott, the DH. As things stand, this game appears to be one of the lower scoring games that we are going to see this tournament. Of course, that could easily flip on its head. Another good drive, this one into right center field. And again, it's going to be caught. Great defense from AMP. It is Mason Woods making the grab for out number 2. 2 putouts, 2 great grabs from this defense. And we go back to the top of the order with Max Sega. As AMP defense making quick work of the Ohio Mavericks. It's the battle of the defenses right now, albeit both offenses have made their opening statements. In the bottom of the third inning for AMP, it is going to be Bannock, Fehrenbach, and Schultz. 8 through 10 due up. Top of the third, 2 down, 1-1. And another good swing over towards left field. And just like that, the inning is over. 3 quick pops from the Ohio Mavericks, all to the defense. 1 to Washington, 1 to Woods, and the last one to Abramovich. Middle of 3 at Lakewood. Score remains 1-1 on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School, bottom of the third inning, 1-1 your score. The defense is right now telling the story as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. For AMP, it is going to be Bannock, Fehrenbach, and Schultz. 8 through 10 due up here. A really big spot for AMP. They've held this Mavericks team to only 1 run. Which, again, the Mavericks have had a lot of lower-scoring games this season. But at the same time, you would think that momentum, it would carry. But speaking of carrying, that ball carries to short, but is still caught. A missile launched, but still. Sweeney, another great play. You look at his day so far, an RBI triple and now a web gem at shorts. Not too shabby through not even 3 innings of work yet. But it's 1 up, 1 down for Landon Fehrenbach, the EH. To be clear, not DH, the EH. He is an extra hitter. I do want to point out as we see yet another swing. Both teams have decided now in the third inning to be more aggressive. We've been waiting for this. Both teams to double down and place their bets on themselves. And that's what they're doing right here. They're getting aggressive. They're jumping out early. They're making something happen. That'll do you well, especially in a deep tournament run. You need to be ready to go, and you need to be swinging the bats. But not at that. Patience, it's a virtue. It's also a gift right here. If it's not good, you leave it. If it's close, attack and try to take it the other way. We've seen it once already with Sweeney. If you get that ball down the right field line, look out. It is going to be extra bases. The 1-1, a good little drive into shallow left field, and it is going to be caught again by the shortstop, Sweeney. It is all Ryan Sweeney this inning for the Mavs defense. 2 up, 2 down. Both putouts coming from shorts. Every single out this inning has been made in the air. We have not seen a ground ball yet. The only ones we've seen have gone foul. But a couple of pop-ups, a couple of line drives. Maybe not what we expected, but again, it is the byproduct of a more aggressive approach. Winbrand now back to work attacking the outer portion of the strike zone. We've seen it so far. Griffith with the 3 strikeouts, attacking more inside. Winbrand with the 1 going out. We'll see what he dials up here. Brings it over the plate and gets the wave and miss on the breaking ball. And just like that, he is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning and getting a 1-2-3 stand. That 1-2-3 inning would be huge for the Mavericks. And he might have gotten it done. A fly ball into left field. And indeed he did. A nice catch out in left field to retire the side. 6 outs recorded this inning. All 6 outs coming on the fly with no runners for either team. 2 1-2-3 innings. The defense is really dialing it up here. To the 4th we go. Score remains 1-1 in Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The defense right now is telling the story at Lakewood High School. 1-1 your score as we enter the top of the 4th inning of the second to last Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament pool play game of the day. Game number 1 of 5 for us overall as this ball is roped towards short. It's going to get down for the first time in a long while, and the runner is out. An excellent play from short for out number 1. Defense, you say. Abate, a missile from short. That's the first ball that has touched the turf since the 2nd inning. And it doesn't matter. A missile deep from short, too. That is far from a gimme play. In fact, that is an extraordinary play. I don't know how he got it done, but he did. And I'm sure Mason Griffith on the mound is quite appreciative of it. I'll tell you what, for our first 15U game of the season, these are 2 top-tier teams, and this is a fun watch so far. Griffith's 0-1, another good shot. This one is over the shortstop and down in left center field. It'll be a 1-out base knock here for Cade Bohannon. And they'll take that. They needed a runaround, they got it, and now here comes McSweeney. But really just a weird way for this one to go so far. We saw 6 outs in the 3rd in a row, all in the air. The ball finally drops, now twice this inning. But the aggression is still there from both teams. We're seeing a lot of good swings, and the strikeouts have really become an artifact of the past. Runner goes here, pitches high, throw down to second. On the hop is just a hair late. I don't hate the hop throw. I think it's a good idea from Dylan to try and skip that one in. That time around, couldn't get it done. And the runner now stands in scoring position. Good speed there from Bohannon. One Sweeney already has driven in a run. The other one wants to do it here. And he has the right idea. Be an 0-2 count here. So maybe my comment on the strikeouts isn't all that accurate right now, as we could see one here. As well, we do want to get a score update from the Rebels game right now, as that's a big one. But in the meantime, the 0-2, it's there for strike 3. 2 down, and Griffith gets his 4th punchy of the afternoon. But a score update from the BHM Buckeyes North Coast game in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score as things stand. That's a big game, as if the Rebels do win, I believe they would end 3-1, which of course puts the pressure on the Diamond Boys to win their next game, which, of course, 2-1. That pressure was already there, but I would say it puts the pressure on AMP. If the Mavs lose this game 2-1, they'll probably still be the 1 seed because of how many runs they've allowed, which is not many. AMP loses, you're 2-1-1. You're trying to be a 4th place team getting in. The 1-0, sharp grounder over towards short. Again, it's Abate, and again he makes the play. The side is retired. AMP's defense again had their backs against the wall, but they step up and make some big plays. Rocco Abate dominating the game at short. At the halfway point, 1-1, the score still for AMP when we return. Abramovich, Abate, Washington, 11-1 into due up for the home team. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Lakewood High School. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1 your score as you are watching the Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 11-1 and 2 due up here for AMP. And a take to get things underway. Low for ball 1 for Abramovich. This will be his first time stepping in the batter's box today. He will be our last unique hitter that we will see the first time through the order. But so far, defense really telling the story, as we've said multiple times. And it needs to continue. Again, this is a really, really big game for AMP. Undefeated, yes, but still on the brink of elimination. The 2-0-1, it'd be 2-1-1 with a loss, and that might not be enough to get in. The 2-0 there for strike 1. I think right now the way it's built, the Mavericks are in. With a win, Diamond Boys Showcase should be in. I think Release Edwards is about in, and then it's a battle between AMP and the North Coast Rebels for that last spot. Of course, in a really, really bizarre world, I think there is one other team who has an outside chance to get in. I think Release Harrison has an outside chance, but I'm pretty sure it is next to 0, if not 0, for them to get in. But I could be mistaken based on the bracket. The 3-1, Abramovich will take strike 2, and we are full. I think if AMP wins here, they are officially eliminated. Because they would then be the 2 seed, and then Edwards and Diamond Boys be your 3-4. The payoff pitch. Abramovich will take strike 3 looking. It's 1 up, 1 down. Brady Winbrandt gets his 2nd strikeout of the day, and that'll take us back to the top of the order with Rocco Abate. Combined 6 strikeouts so far. A lot of good contact. You go to yesterday with a lot of strikeouts early on, especially from Chase Clifford out of Revere. But right now, it's simply, let's put the ball in play and let's make the defense make something happen. Believe it or not, if we're done with this inning quick, it is probably going to be before 9:50 that we are in the 5th inning. We're going quick. The 1-0 is laced over towards third. A long throw to make for Bohannon, and it's going to be high and dropped. Abate, he is gunning for second base. The play at 2 is more than in time. AMP decided to risk it, and the risk doesn't pay off. 2 down. But the response from first base, Buell, to make that throw, incredible. It'll go down as an E5 against Bohannon. But the response, it's exactly what the doctor ordered. That throw was right on the money and more than in time at the top of your screen. So on paper, it's 2 up, 2 down as Max Washington will step in. Looking ahead to the 5th, it is going to be Keaton Robinson, Ryan Sweeney, and Ryan Schaefer due up 6 through 8. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 down. Count out 1-1, taken for a strike on the inner portion of the zone. But that is the second time an AMP runner has been thrown out trying to get an extra base. Washington was the first as the 1-1 is sharply hit over towards short, and the throw to 1 is in plenty of time from Ryan Sweeney. The inning is over like that. A defensive masterclass from Buell after having a ball go over his head. He gets the out at 2. AMP back to the drawing board defensively. The game still tied 1-1 your score in Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the 5th inning we go, and we still are at 1-1. No runs have been scored since the top of the 2nd inning. The aggression is there. The ball is being put in play. But right now, as the defense is telling the story, Griffa on the mound for AMP and Winbrant on the mound for the Mavericks. Griffa's 0-1, a good drive into left center field, and it is going to be caught by Washington. How about it for out number 1? AMP won't let anything get by. Defensive masterclass. No matter which team loses this game, they don't deserve to. We're seeing plays like this left and right. That is incredible. Just full extension, got down. Incredible. 1 down now as there is ball 1. But Keaton Robinson got the better of that baseball. But Max Washington got the better of Keaton Robinson. No other way to put it. The 1-0 is there, evening things up. you just kind of have the feeling that this game is going to end 2-1, and the final play is going to be something just outlandish. Something that you would say shouldn't happen. We contact on the 1-1, but foul down the third base side. Count now 1-2. Ryan Sweeney so far today, 1 for 1 with an RBI triple. As well, looking ahead to game number 2, some of the Diamond Boys players have made their way officially to Lakewood. Here's Griffo's 1-2, and it'll be high and in. Still hoping to see two of our guys, Bryce Fisher and DC, get here. Bryce will get here on time. DC will see. He should. If not, he is going to hear that throughout the rest of his broadcast. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the high heat. It's 2 up, 2 down. This one more convincing. Mason Griffa now up to 5 strikeouts. And that'll bring in Ryan Schaefer, the center fielder who struck out his first time up. Looking ahead to AMP's next chance in the bottom of the inning. It is going to be Griffa, Hedrick, and Solomon. 3 through 5 due up. But Mason Griffa so far, with swings and misses like that, has been nearly unhittable. You go through the order: hit by pitch, single, triple, single. 3 hits, 1 hit by a pitch. He has allowed 4 base runners today. The 0-1 well wide and high. You go back to the top of the second inning. The Mavericks had a chance to take a 2-1 lead. After that triple, strikeout, groundout. Griffa and the defense able to get out of that early jam and really haven't had too much pressure since. That, of course, can change, especially if the score remains 1-1 entering the 6th inning. The pressure is there, especially for the Mavericks, as they will not have the final say in this game. AMP, they will control their own destiny in the bottom of whatever inning ends up being the last. As of right now, I wouldn't be surprised if that number is higher than 7, but as I believe within the time limit we can play a couple extra innings, which I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. The 3-1, a good drive into left field, but well foul. But 2-0-2, that wouldn't be terrible for AMP, but I still think that means 3-1 would get in. I'm pretty sure it would. Here's the payoff pitch. This time it's over towards second base, and there is the play. AMP via Woods gets out of the inning 1-2-3, but Max Washington, how do you do in center field? The web gem of the summer so far, full extension, makes the play and keeps it 1-1 as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
These guys are having fun at Lakewood. I believe the coach just told his player jokingly, if you don't hit a home run, you're cut. They're having a good time here. They're having a great game. It's the effort right now. If you'd have told me that a bunch of 15-year-old high school kids would come out here on a Sunday at 9 a.m. and play like it's Game 7 of the World Series, you would have had me fooled. But that's what we have here today as Griffith steps in and sees strike one. The web gems, the double plays, the strikeouts, everything has been here today in a 1-1 ball game. A deadlock since the top of the second inning. When Brands 0-1, Griffith pokes it over towards second. And there is the high throw, but it's in time for out number one. Griffith now 1 for 2 on the day, as that is another good put out over at second base from Keaton Robinson. Griffith's still here. He was joking. And now here comes Holden Hedrick, the first baseman. So far today, 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. But in the bottom of the fifth inning, you can just kind of feel the anxiety and the pressure to get something done here. But again, a chopper, Windbrand, comes off the rubber and makes the play. As we like to say, PFP. It's a pitcher fielding play for out number 2. And yes, pitchers are athletes. It is not said enough. Pitchers are athletes. And we've seen some great comeback catches this year. Some excellent efforts on the mound, not just with the strikeouts. Prime example of it. Brady Windbrand, he really hasn't had the strikeout mojo today. He does have 2. Griffith has the 5. But he has had one heck of a game. If you look at the way that he pitches, with all the contact, it is so similar to a Brody Bugera of Alliance. And that is high praise for Alliance's number 2. And of course, you go to yesterday, Josh Moore out of Stowe, another guy that is pure contact. Even a Russell Nacetta comparison as he's going to Lakeland. There are a lot of good contact guys, and I guess sometimes even Ethan Albert over at Tri-C is a comparison. The 0-1 hits the outer edge for strike 2. But of course, he can still get the punch-outs. He has gone outside. He has lived outside today. Does he do it again here? I would say so. Instead, it's over the plate as it'll be sharply hit over towards short. The throw from Sweeney is on the money, and the side is retired. Back to back to back, 1, 2, 3 innings. But if you include the double play, it is 4 consecutive 1, 2, 3 innings for the Mavericks defense. Still, no answers. To the 6th we go. Honors even at 1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the top of the 6th inning, we go 1-1 your score. The same score that we have had since the top of the 2nd inning. Griffith gets back to work but misses high for ball 1. The Ohio Mavericks defense allowed 3 hits in the first inning on paper because, of course, there was no out recorded until the double play. From the double play forward, they have not allowed a hit. And I'll go one further. Since that point, they have not allowed a base runner. Their defense has been incredible. Their offense, they've put the ball in play a couple of times since then. A single from Bohannon a few innings ago. But outside of that RBI triple, really nothing since. But the aggression has been there. This is not like, okay, everybody's sitting back and we've seen 6 third strike calls or anything like that. It's two teams going out here playing aggressive baseball, but the defense is matching that aggressiveness, if not one-upping it. Griffa's 1-2, just a bit inside. Delgoid easily just could have stood up and taken that one. Now is not the time, in my opinion. You do still have an inning after this, and you really don't want to have to deal with that bruise the rest of the day. Griffa will try it again here with the 2-2. Goes across the plate and misses. Maybe a catch behind the plate, and that is a strike, but in the end, it is not, and we are full. For Griffa so far today in the free pass department, only the hit by pitch. If this were to be a walk, it would be the game's first for either team. As well, if you count errors as free passes, we have seen a couple, but they have been rectified really quick. And now time is going to be called here. The umpires are going to go and have a word. Interesting to see what the discussion is going to be. As well, it is 10 a.m., so if we're talking about this game going into extra innings, guess what, folks? We have until 10:57 to start a new inning. Something tells me we can get a little deep into this game if we need to. I still think this is going to end 2-1. It just feels like a prototypical heartbreaker for somebody. The pressure, of course, okay. Is that an intentional walk? Could be, but the pressure is on AMP. That is plain and simple. If you tie or lose, odds are out. You win, you're in. The Mavs, I would say, are in. They really haven't allowed too many runs. They could technically bump out, but I'd be surprised if they did. And now time is called here after the intentional walk, as that is what I assume it is. And now Griffa is going to go and have a word with his coach, who he has been keeping him energized all day. A lot of good comments between those two, just trying to keep these guys fresh, which, again, for a game at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, these guys are fighting like it's Game 7 of the World Series. And this is only pool play. If this is a precursor for the rest of the day, which includes one more pool play game and then 3 playoff games, look out. This is going to be one heck of a day of baseball at Lakewood High School. It always is here, though. Of course, the Rangers had one heck of a season, undefeated through the regular season, PBR's #1 team in 2026 in Division II. We saw them play Padua. We saw them dominate Padua here. Low-scoring games happen here. But if you know where to put the ball in this ballpark, magic can happen. We saw it with Release Edwards on Friday night. They had a magical home run down by 1 in the 7th to go on and win that game. Bunt shown. The bunt is down but foul. And this is where the small ball approach comes in. You have to. Summer ball, it usually doesn't happen, but these teams want to win. They're going to do whatever it takes to get the ball over the line. Metaphorically, but of course, in the bunting case, literally. They want to make sure it stays in play. For Lappin, this is going to be a tough one, and as well, we could also see a steal. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Mavericks try to put the hit and run on, so to speak, or in this case, bunt and run. Runner goes here. The runner's going to slip getting out of his stretch, but he's still there. An excellent stolen base from Delgoid, but he slipped, making his second or third stride. But that was a big stolen base. The go-ahead run now in scoring position. I believe going back to that, it was a ball. Yes, it's confirmed. So 1-1 count on Lappin, who again could be told to bunt here. Do you do the bunt and run again? It's a tough call. I don't know if you do it here. Bunt is on, the bunt is down, but foul. So with all the bunting ships being moved forward, this is worst case scenario for the Mavericks. You now have to swing away, 2-strike count. Yes, the 2-strike approach has been good today, but against this defense, it's not easy. You do have the 0 outs on your side, but you also understand that one base running mistake, which we've seen 2 today from AMP, and you're out of this inning most likely. Griffa's 1-2, a fly ball hit deep to right in foul territory, and it is down. I'm going to bring it up because it happened in the state semifinals last year. If there is a runner at third and you're deep in foul territory and there's less than 2 outs, do not catch it. That is how Walsh Jesuit lost to Anthony Wayne. It's a tough call. Unless the coach says, you know what, we're going to try to make up that run, then catch it with make out number 2 and have him come in. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But seeing that one, it could easily happen that way. Griffa back to work, though. The 1-2, it's behind the batter. An excellent catch, though, by Dylan getting there to even stop it. If that ball gets behind, go ahead, run 90 feet away. And, of course, from there, all you need is just a fly ball and you're done. The 2-2, he slices this one over towards short. It's going to be bobbled. There is no play to make anywhere. Runners now at the corners on the E6. It'll be the first defensive error of the day from AMP. And it comes at a crucial time. That runner is going to be in motion going to second base. You want to bait that throw, if not just put 2 runners in scoring position scot-free. I think right now, as Elliott steps in, I don't think he is going to be allowed to swing here. I think if we're talking about baseball from a strategic standpoint, runner goes here. You don't want the batters to interfere with what happens. This is where the runners really dictate the game. Runner goes, it's taken, exactly what we thought was going to happen. It's tough to give up that base, but you can't throw. They're going to take home. You're protecting that run, and at the same time, you're fighting just to try and keep your tournament hopes alive. Still undefeated, though. Bunt, it is tipped foul. Of course, tournament play, it's brutal, but to have a team that's undefeated on the brink of elimination, it just feels wrong for how these teams have played today. Not everybody can get in. It's the cold, harsh reality of tournament ball, especially when you have the pressure of this where, who knows, one of these teams could be with us at 6 p.m. fighting for a championship. Griffa sets for the 1-1. The bunt offered at, and it is going to be a throw down to third. Don't hate the idea, but I wouldn't do that again. Again, one little miscue is most likely going to decide the winner of the game. For Griffa, you have to find the out at the plate. Fly ball to the outfield does you no good here. Can he get it done? The 1-2 misses inside. In the on-deck circle after Elliott, we go back to the top of the order with Max Sega. Which for there, with his speed, yes, he will be bunting. I'd be shocked if he didn't. Here's the 2-2. It's a good shot, and it's down in center field. The Mavericks break the deadlock. It's an RBI single for Ryan Elliott. Make it 2-1 Mavericks. It's the first run of the game since the top of the second inning. And it was just perfectly placed in center field. We've been waiting for a swing like that. It happens from the number 11 hitter in the order. It's some summertime madness at Lakewood. Time has been called, and the call to the bullpen will be made with it. Mason Griffa's morning is done. He pitched valiantly, but the Mavericks have found their saving grace. Ryan Elliott, as of right now, the point of difference in the top of the 6th inning. It's the Mavs up 2-1 on AMP. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Time now for the calls of the bullpen in the top of the 6th inning for AMP. It'll be Landon Fehrenbach, the freshman out of Crestwood, coming on to throw. It stays with the Red Devils here. Mason Griffith did all he could. He now goes into the game in right field in place of Brannick. But he pitched valiantly today. The Mavericks, though, get the best of him in the 6th inning. You look at the box score so far. Intentional walk, then the error that was crucial over at short. RBI single up the middle from Ryan Elliott. And that gets us to where we are right now, 2-1 Mavericks with a win. They would most likely be your 1 seed. Actually, yes, they would be. I think everybody else has lost. So they would be a 1 seed with a win here. And from there, I believe they would play, I'm going to guess 115. Just depends on who the 4 seed would be and how that ends up working out. But right now, runners at the corners, none down. A big spot. Runner goes here. And there is strike 1. But once again, 2 runners in scoring position for the Mavericks. This is the inning they have been waiting for, the one that they can step on the gas and get out of here with a big win. You go forward from here as the 1 seed. You control your own destiny. And the key thing is you won't have to be the away team again. The 0-1 bunt shown. It's going to be a suicide squeeze. They already sent him home, and he does score. The play at 1 is in time. They send another runner home, and it works out. 2 runs will score. Make it 4-1 Mavericks on a 2 RBI sac bunt from Max Sega. It was a suicide squeeze. The runner was already breaking home. He needed to get a piece of it, and he did. That's incredible. The resilience of the Mavericks finally paying off. And the fact they sent home a second runner, that's huge. And they will continue a good piece down the left field line, but just hooking foul. I said it before he stepped in. I was expecting Max Sega to bunt, and I would have bet top dollar that he would, and he did in the end. And right now, he is a massive hero for this Ohio Mavericks group. Now it's Buell stepping in over 1 today with a line out to short and a hard 90. Fehrenbach back to work for the 0-1. And this one will be flown foul over towards First Federal Lakewood Stadium. The turf that was installed here along with the football field both look excellent. Both recently redone along with both scoreboards. Really impressive what Lakewood has been able to do over the past 5 to 10 years. Fehrenbach 0-2. Weak contact. A long play to make over from third. It's Schultz. And there is the out. So Schultz gets the job done for out number 2. It's damage control right now for AMP. You look ahead to the bottom of this inning. It is going to be Dylan Woods and Bannock, 6 through 8 due up. And right now you have 6 outs to play with, needing 3 runs. Fehrenbach lobs this one in well wide. The question is for the Mavericks, do they go and stick with Winbrandt? I think you have to, because you've only had 1 inning where it hasn't gone 1-2-3. And you haven't allowed a hit since the first batter of the top of the 2nd inning. The 1-0 is crushed deep to right field, and it is going to go foul. That ball is absolutely smoked. He hooks that one fair. Somebody is going to get a baseball. And it's probably the construction workers who blocked off the entire road to get here. I'll tell you what, driving around Lakewood at 7 in the morning, going in circles, trying to find a way down this road was not fun. I guess it'll be worth it in the end. I don't know. I only come out here for baseball games typically, so who knows? Figure it out one day. The 1-1, wave and a miss. But that might be the worst feeling in all of baseball. You get a hold of one, it looks to be going, it goes foul. It's a terrible feeling. I've had it happen to me before, and then I've struck out, so it really ends poorly. Fehrenbach's 1-2, swing and a miss, and the story is the same right here. Landon Fehrenbach gets his first strikeout of the day, and the side is retired. But the Ohio Mavericks strike 3 times, 1 from Ryan Elliott, and 2 on a sac bunt from Max Sega. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go in Lakewood. It's the Mavs up 4-1 on AMP.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
AMP has some work to do. Down for the first time today, 4-1 in the bottom of the sixth inning. A massive three spot in the top of the frame right now, the difference. Shrewd base running and excellent hitting. They put the pieces together, and the Ohio Mavericks, resilient as ever, are playing one of their trademark games. Low-scoring affair that they have one inning that they really just set their sights on the victory, and they get it done. But AMP, they have 6 outs to play with, needing 3 runs to tie, 4 to win. And I do believe if they are to advance to the championship bracket later on today, they would need to win this game. The Mavericks, though, with a win, would pretty much lock up the 1 seed. The 0-1 gets to the backstop. Once again, tune in after this. It is going to be Force Ohio versus the Diamond Boys Showcase. With the win, odds are the Diamond Boys Showcase team will be in. 3-1, most likely good enough to be around that 2nd or 3rd seed. They want to control their own destiny, but at the same time, that could also come at the price of playing Release Edwards. Ground ball, hard hit up the middle and through. Paxton Dillon delivers a leadoff single. It's AMP's first base hit since the 2nd inning. The offense is starting to figure it out here late in the game for both squads. And that'll bring us to Mason Woods, the second baseman. Some good putouts for him today, but at the plate, 0 for 1. And with each team batting a total of 11 guys, it is never going to be easy to get back to the guys you want to in the order. Wimbrand back to work. Misses low and wide for ball 1. He has only allowed a total of 4 hits today. And this is the first time he's dealing with a base runner since 2 outs in the top, or rather the bottom of the 2nd, when he had the double play that got him from 0 to 2 in the out department. It'll be an interesting choice if the Mavs do end up making that call to the bullpen. You have some runs to play with. Even if this game ends 4-3, you'll take it. You're not really in a spot that the run differential matters if you win this game. You're going to be the only 4-0 team. You automatically are the number 1 seed. Wimbrand's 2-0, hits the inner edge for strike 1. Taking a page out of Mason Griffith's book, attacking inside for one of the first times today. Again, he has really lived on the outer portion of the strike zone, has painted it quite well. Runner on first, none down in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-1, Woods gets a good piece of it into left field, and it's going to drop, splitting left and center. The runner going for 3rd, and again, it's a great throw on the relay for out number 1. The 3rd time the Mavericks have hosed a runner from AMP today. And this one might be the biggest. Mason Woods will get his single. But at what cost? I think that's one that you just kind of have to stay put. You've seen it twice before. You know the arm is there, and that time it is going to sting a lot more than the others. But you do have your 2nd run of the game now at 2nd. He could have had 2 in scoring position here for JD. Brannick so far 0 for 1 with a sharp line out to short via Sweeney. But that's one of those plays that after this game, you'll do some self-reflection and see where it went wrong. The 1-0 pieced off towards the right side, squibbing towards the outfield, and it will get through. They will send the lead runner home, and this time he scores. Make it 4-2 as Woods comes around from second. Talk about a weak dribbler just doing enough. An RBI single for Brannick, the third consecutive hit of the inning for AMP. And that'll bring up their tying run. They needed the bases to go their way, and they finally got it to go. We land in Fehrenbach stepping in, and now the question is, do the Mavericks go out and have a word with Winbrand? Allowed 3 total hits entering this inning. Has allowed 3 in a row. And now a decision to be made here. It looked like Max Washington was going to come on and run. In the end, he will stay out. I think that's one, of course, he might be up soon, but if you can use him in a better way, you might save him for Fehrenbach. If he gets on, you courtesy run your pitcher. That's what I would guess. But Fehrenbach will take strike 1 low in the zone. Time locally, 10:21 a.m. So an early morning of baseball, but a good morning of baseball thus far at Lakewood High School. The 0-1 again low. And I do want to extend my appreciation to Coach Grant Graves and the entire Lakewood baseball community for allowing us to use their press box today. It is a lot more fun to be in the box than out in the heat. And the breeze comes in here. It is quite cool and quite enjoyable. Winbrand's 1-1. Fehrenbach pops it into shallow left field and down. It's the 4th consecutive base hit of the inning for AMP. And the tying run is now at first. And here comes Cooper Schultz, the third baseman. So time is going to be called. This could do it for Winbrand. And also, it's decision time if you want to make the move to run for Fehrenbach. Do you pull Winbrand here, or do you give him one more? I'm leaning the second. I think you give him one more chance to go out here and get it done. If he shows he has it, keep him on. If he struggles and allows something, you got to pull. You got to make that tough decision. Now for AMP, not to damper the demeanor, if you don't send that runner home, you had the bases loaded or it's 4-3. None down. That was your avenue back in. You have a new life. Don't waste it. And again, whichever team loses, you're just going to feel terrible for. Because these guys have come out here again early in the morning on a hot June Sunday and have played like it's their last ever game of baseball. This is desperation that I haven't seen since when my guys were playing our last game in the OPL 2 years ago. Guys playing for their career, just trying to do anything. That desperation doesn't happen that often. But you have 2 groups who are willing to do it in a pool play game. Incredible. Runner's going to go. The bunt is, I believe, missed as both runners advance. Did he touch it, though? That's the question. I think he is going to say no. He offered and missed, which honestly is best case scenario for AMP. If he did that and missed, it's essentially like getting the bunt down and you keep your out. And in the end, they're going to call it a foul ball. I didn't think he did. They're going to appeal. We do, of course, have the head of the umpires up here. Do we think that was a foul ball? It's a tough call.
Probably so, yes. From my angle up here in the first spot, yes.
From the angle up here, our quote-unquote official rules analyst says foul ball. We're going to go with that title. I like it. And that is going to be the call. You know what? We have our Gene Steratore up here. We'll take it. We'll give him that official title. And now Schultz is going to go and have a word with his coach. The only issue with it now is because he made the contact, you've played your hand. The defense knows what to expect. I think you run it again. I think you run the play again. It's a bold move. I think you have to here. It's desperation time. Runners don't stay put. The bunt is offered. Now the runners are going to go on the delay. And that ball is down the left field line. He will try to go home. The play at the plate is not in time. Make it 4-3. And the tying run is now at second. From base running woes to base running heroics. The script has flipped for AMP. Only down by 1. Again, it's better than a bunt. That is incredible. If that throw was on the money, they got him dead in the water at second. But an 0-2 count here. Winbrand, it's fouled back by Schultz. We will do it again. But what a matinee this morning. For those who got up and watched this game, they are getting their money's worth and then some, which, to be fair, admission price, I believe, is 0. So I didn't say too much in that, but I digress. Sharp grounder over towards second. There is out number 2, but the trade-off. Your tying run is 90 feet away. Aaron Abramovich, it is redemption time. 0 for 1 today, but no better time than the present to make up for it. The freshman out of Aurora, a lot of pressure here. And don't forget, we still do have the 7th inning. And now I think they might want to run for the pitcher. But it looks like they are not going to. Which if you're going to, that's when you bring on your last guy and let him speed his way home. Abramovich gets a piece of it. They need the out at 1, and they get it. An excellent play by Winbrand on the mound to retire the side. 2 runs do come to pass, though, for AMP. And we have ourselves a ball game entering the 7th inning. 4-3 your score. A great battle between the Mavs and AMP.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
From defense to offense we go. Now 4-3 as we enter the top of the 7th inning. What an incredible turnaround. 3 runs last inning for the Mavericks, 2 for AMP. 4-3 your score. Talk about a great Sunday morning. Fehrenbach ready to go. Will deal his first pitch of the inning and misses low for ball 1. The only better place to be than the ballpark on a Sunday morning is church. And, of course, I was able to go Saturday, so I'm quite happy with that. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Count now 1-1. But this is such a great time of year. A lot of games, there's a lot of work, yes, but you see so many top-tier prospects. It really shows you the future of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if in 2 years' time we're talking about somebody playing in this game today as a standout, maybe an all-state honorable mention. Maybe there's a D1 guy on this field today. I wouldn't be surprised if there was. And, of course, you do have some really just great players and some legacy names, too. Sweeney grounds this one over towards short. It's Abate, and his throw to one is going to get away from the first baseman. Couldn't knock it down, and it's a leadoff error for the Mavericks. The defense needs to come back here. You cannot let this game get away from you because of mistakes. It's easier said than done. Go out here, make something happen. Your defense was really strong for 5 innings. Of course, with the exception of AMP allowing that RBI triple to Ryan Sweeney. But play like you did in the first 5 innings. Last inning, make it a flash in the pan for them and make it the consistent standard for you. And that ball nearly got away from the first baseman again. Strong throw over to Solomon now at first. A lot of movement here from AMP in the 7th. Fehrenberg that ball now in right field. It's going to be a single, and that'll put him at the corners. But that's what you want to do. They put the hit and run on. Braddock does his job, and the Mavericks are 90 feet away from getting a cushion back. Just incredible to see what they've done. Both offenses, they haven't changed anything. It's the same old aggressive approach, but it's working. It's so consistent. Just like if I were to say the winning team today is wearing powder blue with gray pants. It's pretty obvious that I'm going to be right. Bunch shown here from Robinson, and it's a nice block behind the plate from Brannick. I mean, you can even be facetious and say, oh, the umps won. Well, they're also wearing powder blue, so I'd still be correct. Speaking of blue, we will not see blue in the next game as Force is wearing white, and I believe the Diamond Boys are in their red uniforms. But Robinson here, he'll get intentionally walked. This is the second intentional walk in as many innings. And of course, you look at Keaton Robinson. This might be one that you look at Casey and say, you know what, it runs in the family. We're not testing it. We saw it at Gilmore on Wednesday. We're not going to see it here today. But now the bases are loaded with none down. And that's what they've been waiting for. A pop-up, shallow left center, and it's going to get down. 1 run will score, and they will hold up the second. It's an RBI single for Ryan Sweeney. 2 for 3 on the day, 2 RBIs. He has been the man for the Mavericks. Make it 5-3 visitors. And on top of that, the bases will remain loaded. Where was the offense earlier? And actually, I stand corrected. It's going to be white versus white in game number 2. They do have the red sleeves, but it's going to be white versus white. First pitch there will hit the outer edge for strike 1. I'm going to blame Bryce for that one because he knows that if the jerseys are similar, I'm going to have a hard time. I think he knew they were doing this. I can't prove it, but I think he knew. We'll talk about him and his shenanigans later. The 0-1, a nice block behind the play from Brannick. As I like to say with catchers, keep the ball in front of you. It doesn't matter where. As long as it's in front of you, it's okay. All right, Bryce, you're up here. Why are you wearing the same color as Force?
What? Oh, it's tradition.
It's a tradition, he says.
Tradition, wear pinstripes on Sundays.
It's going to be the second straight game with the teams wearing very similar uniforms. So the pitching change here. Coach Fish, any words of wisdom before the game?
We aren't going to suck.
Well, it's in character for you, and DC showed up this morning, so it's a good day so far. Indeed. Call the bullpen. It looks like has been made, so we'll step aside here for a moment on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The call to the bullpen has been made by AMP. It is going to be Holden Hedrick coming on to throw here. Bases loaded, none down. 5-3, the Mavericks on top. And the first pitch he throws, it's over towards third. The play at the plate is in time for one. Down to first. It is going to get away from the first baseman. They'll send a run home, and they will score in the end. It's Houdini-esque from the Ohio Mavericks. Make it 6-3. How in the world did they sneak one across? This team just continues to find ways to reinvent success. First of all, great play at the plate. That's how you want to do it. That throw, though, just in line with the runner, it kicks away. But in the end, Schaefer, he brings in a run. And now Delgoid will fly this one foul. After a great offensive effort in the bottom of the sixth, you still need 3 runs. And maybe more. Again, AMP is fighting for their tournament hopes. The 0-1, grounder over towards short. They will throw on home. The play is in time. They get the lead runner. That is a heads-up play from Abate. You have to go home with that one. You erase the run, yes, you now have 2 on, but you'll deal with it. It stays 6-3, and you're an out away from getting out of here. Now, if there was an obvious double play, you take it, but I don't think it would have been convincing enough to go and risk it for it. Once again, up next, it is going to be Force Ohio versus the Diamond Boys Showcase. That game starting at around 11:15 a.m. to round out pool play. The kicker is, though, we really can't start the playoff portion until every single pool play game is done. And now it looks like another change for AMP. It is going to be Griffa coming on to play first. Pitcher, right field, and first base so far in this game for him. Played a third of the positions, all on the right portion of the diamond. 1-0 count here on Elliott Lappin. We got through the first 5 innings of this game in just over maybe an hour-ish. 6th inning took a half hour, and it looks like this one is following suit. The 1-0, swing and a miss. But Hedrick has done a nice job settling it down to an extent. If he can keep it calmer and they can find a way to get out of this inning and keep it 6-3, it's a job well done for him. You look ahead to the offense. You'll take having the top of your order due up. You have no extra base hits today. I would say the biggest key to victory for them is getting an extra base hit. Of course, getting some smart hits in there as well. Of course, right now, it's first things first, and that first thing is going to be getting out of this inning. You've allowed 2 so far. 5 of your 6 runs allowed have come in the last inning and 2/3. Just down the stretch, they kind of ran out of gas, but maybe they had a chance to fill up the tank. The 2-2 pitch is wide, and we are full. They're going to try the back pick down to first, and that'll put runners at the corners. The coach tells them don't throw behind the runners, which I would agree. I don't know why you throw there. The runners are going to try to advance anyway on the next pitch. Don't get cute with it. We've already seen one ball go down the left field line. Don't do it here. Here's the payoff pitch. It's fouled away, so we will do it again. It's the little things right now. We expected it. Every coach will always preach the little things matter in a game. Not just like this, but any game. It is really true right now. You need to fix the little mistakes, especially if you go on to the next round. Pitcher steps off here, runner takes second. I think that entire play was just to try and force a balk, which of course would score a run. If that's the case, I like it. It's the game within the game. Of course, the Mavericks know now you get a single, you're probably up by 5. The payoff pitch is wide for ball 4. The bases are loaded. Well, he's been the hero once before. Can he be it again? Ryan Elliott, the DH, steps in for the 3rd time today. 1 for 2. Hit the go-ahead RBI single last inning. What a turnaround, though, for both offenses. Combined 2 runs through 5. We now have a combined 7 in the last 3 half innings. And this one's not even complete yet. Bases juiced, 2 down. Can Elliott do it again? The 0-1 high. I said it earlier, it's still so true. Whichever team loses this game, you are just going to feel for. They both have given it their all today. The 1-1 in there, a nice block behind the plate from Brannick. After Elliott, we go back to the top of the order with Max Sega, who drove in 2 runs on an RBI bunt his last time up. And as well, once we're done, stay tuned for our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthy Shoe Chiropractic Center after that. Weak rounder over towards second. Throw to 1 is there and the inning is over. AMP able to get out of the jam, only allowing the 2 runs. AMP down to their final 3 outs. It's 6-3. Abate, Washington, Griffa. 1-2-3 due up when we return to Lakewood High School.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
During the break, AMP's coach turned to his dugout and said, everybody up. That's the energy here. They're at the point where if you don't win here, your tournament odds on is over. You have 3 outs to play with. You need 3 to tie, but you need the 4 to win. If you score those 3, odds are we won't even have enough time to begin the 8th inning. It's win or go home right here. It's the top of the order due up, and for the Mavericks, it is going to be Brady Wimbrant remaining in the game on the mound. 6 innings so far. He has been tremendous. Can he get the final 3 outs and walk out of here with a massive 4th win of the season to clinch the 1 seed? Potentially game 1 of 3 today for the Ohio Mavericks. The 1-0 backs them out for ball 2. Once again up next, after around 25 to 30 minutes, we will have game number 2, our final pool play game of the day. It'll be the Diamond Boys Showcase and Force Ohio. After that, it's playoff time. 2 semifinals and a championship. The 2-0 is popped up by Abate. It's going into right center field, and it's going to drop. It's off the right fielder's glove. Just dropped out and right, and the leadoff man is aboard. That is a heartbreaker. One of the first errors of the day going against the Mavericks. This is not the time. You have to go out here and play about as flawless as you can. Of course, that is easier said than done. But go out here and make some plays happen. That was Leppin out and right who let that one fall. And there is ball 1 to Max Washington, who had an excellent web gem earlier on in the game today. As well for Wimbrant, a big reason why he is still in the game. That was pitch number 69. Here's number 70. Now, if this was the split format where, okay, he can potentially come back out tomorrow, you'd save him as a closer, but right now, he's pretty much tapped out. Maybe could come on and throw 15 to 20 later on today. The 2-0 is in the dirt for ball 3. But he needs to keep that pitch count below 80. I think, honestly, strategically, you go out here if he walks him, you pull him, And if you need him to go on for an inning in maybe the semifinals or championship, you have him for that. You have 125 pitches a day. Use them wisely. Wimbrand's 3-0 nearly hits Washington. It's ball 4 inside. And that'll bring up the tying run in Mason Griffa. Time now called, and I believe that is going to do it today for Wimbrand. 72 pitches. That one just got away from him. And a chance for Griffa to go and cause some late game madness at Lakewood. Question is, who do you turn to? The 80s would say Jenny. But right now, it's not a guarantee they even take him out of the game. Coach has not taken the game ball. Usually if they're going to make that change, that's the first thing he does. It's a tough call. I think you do. We'll see what they end up going for, and I think they're keeping Wimbrand in the game. They will. If Griffa gets on, you have to make the call. I'm all in favor of giving him the leash to go out here and do his thing. But you know what's on the line. It's just such a tough call. It's one of those moments that I'm grateful I'm up here not coaching. Griffa, though, swings and misses, so right now it's the right call. It's just such a tough call because if it works, great, you're genius. If it doesn't, you're going to be questioned. A 1 count here on the former pitcher, Griffa. That time just pulls it away, foul over towards the third base dugout. Protection swings already. If I'm Wimbrand, this is going to be junk. You don't throw anything competitive here to Griffa. He swung and missed at the first one, pulled off the second. You have him where you want him. Odds are, if it's semi-close but still garbage, he is going to chase. Now for Griffa, head down, head in, be locked. The 0-2 takes it in the dirt. That's the right approach there for Griffa. If it's close, you attack. On the opposite end, Wimbrand, that's the right pitch. You don't give him anything good on the 0-2. He's shown patience. I think now your playbook, so to speak, opens up. You're able to throw more than just junk on a 1-2. He still could easily do it, though. And he will miss off the plate. Both runners will advance. Throw down to third. It's not in time. He just beats it. 2 runners now in scoring position. So Griffa has a chance to really do some big damage. Drive in 2. It's a 1-run game. And then you would bring up the winning run, which right now is Holden Hedrick in the on-deck circle, who also nailed it down on the mound in the top of the inning. But what a start to our 5-game slate today at Lakewood High School. It doesn't get much better than this. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, Griffa, chopper over towards second. It's going to be a tough play to make at 1, but they get it done for out number 1. A productive out nonetheless. An RBI ground out for Mason Griffa makes it 6-4. But you only have 2 outs to play with now. That's the right move there from Robinson. Just needed to flick it on over. Got it done simply. And now it'll turn to Hedrick as the tying run opposed to the winning run. But drive in 1 more here, get on base. You do have the courtesy available. When in Rome, you can make something happen. You have to play this one carefully, though. I will say, though, from both coaches' ends, this is a well-coached game. Both guys have been really impressive. They've made the right calls, and now it's their players doing the talking as it should be. 1-0, a fly ball, and foul. You got to be careful. If you fly out, it has to bring in a run, and even there, you're not really at a point where you can fly out and tie the game. Now, if this was 6-5 runner at third, yes, I'm swinging with everything I have to try and get this ball either A, to fall, or B, deep enough for my runner to tag up. But a 1-1 count as things stand. Has to be careful. The lefty, though, if he could piece this one off towards the left side, Apotaka would be quite nice. Seeing eye single, split third and short. You're in business again. Here's the 1-1. Sharp grounder over towards first. That will bring in run number 5, but that'll cost them their second out of the inning. So AMP brings it back within 1, but the bases are cleared, and they have 1 out to play with. Enter Aiden Solomon. And after him, Dylan represents the winning run. Once again, if you just get on here, you do a job and you let the rest of the guys take over. From there, it just depends on how risky you want to be. I think, all said and done, if AMP doesn't win this game, it goes down to base running. They have to understand that too. And for Winbrand here, I think you keep him on until he shows he can't. Which now that pitch count is in the 80s. That was a pitch 81. This will be 82. Who knows? But he maybe did enough. And he did do enough. Pitch 82 is going to seal it for Winbrand. He forces the pop out, and the Mavericks will survive. 6-5 your final. What an outing for Brady Winbrand. The Mavericks 4-0. We will see them later on today in the semifinals. But when we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School. 6-5 your final. The Ohio Mavericks take down AMP. What a game to begin our 5-game slate today. Excellent grit from both teams, both deserving of the win. But in the end, this one belongs to the Ohio Mavericks. And with it, so many different players could be your player of the game. I just think, right now, based on the start, your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, has to be Brady Winbrand. 2 strikeouts today, but he nailed this one down. He fought hard throughout the entire matchup, and when push came to shove, he provided the spark for this team on the mound, and he got them out of some really, really tough spots. Time to go on over to game link number 2, though. It is time. We will see one of our own, or rather 2 of our own, Bryce Fisher and Daniel Clark. They coach the Diamond Boys as they take on Force Ohio. But this is Nathan Smee signing off for game number 1. Ohio Mavericks get the win 6-5, and we will see them later on today in the semifinals as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.